Deep in the heart of the Okora village, where the earth was red and the river sang, lived a young drummer named Adisa. His father, Baba Gok, was the most respected drummer in the land, a man whose hand spoke to the gods through the sacred iron agalu drum. But when Baba Gok died suddenly, the drum went silent, and darkness crept into the village. The elder spoke in whispers, saying the gods were angry. Crops withered, hunters returned empty-handed, and even the village well, once abundant, started to dry up. The people turned to the oracle, Ayaleke, who revealed that the spirit of Baba Gok was trapped because the drum had been taken by a shadow thief, a spirit that thrived on forgotten traditions. Adisa, though young, knew his father's drum better than anyone. He had watched Baba Gok play since he could walk, but the elders forbade him from touching it, saying he was not yet ready. Yet, in his heart, Adisa knew the drum called to him. One moonless night, guided by the whisper of the wind, he followed a mysterious path into the forbidden forest of Igbo Aramo, the forest of spirits. Strange eyes glowed in the dark, and the trees seemed to move. Adisa clutched his charms tightly, gift from his grandmother, and pressed on. At the heart of the forest, he saw it, the iron agalu, half buried in the ground, its surface covered in a thick layer of dust. But as he reached for it, the air shifted. A figure emerged from the shadows, tall and faceless, its body flickering like a dying flame. "You seek what is lost," the voice rasped, "but are you worthy?" Adisa, though afraid, stood tall. "I am my father's son," he declared. The shadow thief laughed, a sound like dry leaves rustling. "Then prove it." With that, the spirit raised a ghostly hand, and a fierce wind howled through the trees. The ground trembled. Adisa's heart pounded, but he did what he had always known, he played. His fingers struck the drum, hesitant at first, then stronger as the rhythm took hold. The wind died. The shadows wavered. And then, the spirit let out a cry, dissolving into nothingness. The sacred drum glowed, its lost power restored. Adisa carried it back to the village at dawn, and when he played at the first light of day, the crops turned green, the river swelled, and the people rejoiced. From that day on, Adisa was no longer just a boy, he was Iron Adisa, the new keeper of the sacred drum, the link between his people and the gods.